What is up, guys? Welcome. Sorry I was silent. I'm posting in the Discord, getting the troops ready. And then let me post here. Put that Discord in the chat. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how Adam and Randy, bro, I didn't even start the stream yet. I literally was like setting everything up and y'all were in the chat already. I'm like, how in the hell is that possible? I didn't even set up the thumbnail yet. So BP, something was up with that, bro. They're like hacking. They're hackers, I think, bro. Well, how's everybody doing today? Welcome Sunday. Superpowers, they're something, bro. But what's going on, Adam, Randy, Nico, BP, Rosales, Mark, Muhammad, TJ? We got the whole squad in there. Crypto James. What's going on, guys? How are you guys doing today? Make sure you guys hit that like. Julio, what's going on, bro? And let's jump right into this. So let's see here. So right when I was about to start the stream, I was looking. I was like, oh, crap. Milady was starting to rally. It looks like we're having a little bit of a pullback as of right now. But we are looking decent. We're looking decent. You guys can see, obviously, that little pullback that we just had. We are up technically for the day about 7%. Market cap's at about 155 million as of right now. So we are slowly moving. We're slowly moving. You can see Bitcoin. Let's zoom in real quick. So I think I'm gonna have to shout out Metallica if he's probably not here yet, but he did call on, I think, Thursday's stream. He was like, bro, I think there's gonna be a weekend movement towards the upside. And you can definitely see this was back when we were in this bull flag right here, and you can see it played out. This bull flag played out perfectly right here. You guys can see we mapped out. I'm gonna show you guys my chart here. It's madness, but there's logic behind my madness. So you can see, obviously, we mapped out a bull flag for Bitcoin, right? You can see it played out. Just mapped out probably maybe about an hour ago. I was setting up everything for today's stream, and you can see bull flag I had played out, or I had mapped out, and you can see the bull flag already broke out of its channel right here. So Bitcoin right now, 69,800. It is struggling. It's struggling. Like right when it starts to approach that almost that $70,000 mark, it starts to sell off, right? Like it's like almost like the powers that be are not wanting to see Bitcoin jump to a 70 grand right now for whatever reason. And you can see inside, I just zoomed out. These are the two channels that we were speaking of, the bull flags. You can see on the outside, if we zoom out, we're technically in a bull flag on top of those bull flags right there. So hopefully this bull flag plays itself out like it looks like it wants to. We're getting up. We keep approaching the top of this channel. We have done this before in the last few days where Bitcoin will run up at the top of the channel. Look like we're about to start breaking out and then break to the bottom. So let's see how it plays out. I want to keep telling you guys, and I'm going to make sure I keep stressing this, is that we do have the CPI reports coming out on April the 5th, which is going to be basically, April the 10th, which is going to be in about 3 days from now. So, just bear with me and understand that we're probably going to see some volatility. Even if we see, let's say we spike up 71, 72,000 today, tomorrow, I think as we approach that CPI report, the 10th, we're probably going to see a little bit more of a volatility, maybe towards the downside briefly, depending on what those numbers actually provide us, right? We covered this yesterday. We're going to keep covering it until the day of. So the what we're focused on is the core inflation year over year, and you can see the previous was 3.8. We're trying, the forecast right now is forecast to come in at around 3.7. So 3.7, we need to either beat 3.7 or we need to come in lower than 3.7. If we do that, the markets are going to see probably a positive reaction towards those CPI reports. If we see a 3.8, possibly it might, I already know, because if we hit the 3.8, it's going to be higher than forecast. Anything about a 3.8 or higher is most likely going to see a negative reaction on the market. So, and I do believe it's going to most likely be short-lived for the most part, because at the end of the day, we have been talking about this for the last few months. We're within 2 weeks of it. The halving is coming up very shortly. It is going to be here. I'm telling you guys, you're going to blink an eye and we're going to be like on the cuffs of, the next few days where the halving is going to be here. So I think if this CPI report comes hotter, and a hotter meaning higher than what's forecast, we're going to see some short-term volatility. But I think as a few days go past that, towards the end of this week, maybe Thursday, Friday, we'll probably most likely get back on track. And I'm thinking the following week, if we see a bad CPI report, the following week is when we're probably going to start seeing some decent movement towards the upside. If, like I keep telling you guys, if we do see a good CPI report for this week, I think the markets have been setting up. They've been consolidating like crazy, and I think they're setting up to see a massive run in the next 10 days as we approach the halving coming up. So hopefully we see a beautiful CPI report this week. That'll be just, a big mover for the market and for all the altcoins, the whole market as a whole. Looking at the day, looks beautiful. It honestly looks beautiful. You can see we pretty much are all green. We have a few little red, bubbles, but for the most part, the whole market, this is the top 100 projects are all in the green, and they're not just in the green, they're doing really well. WIF is back up 8.5%. You can see Bunks up 6%, Dogecoin almost 12%, Pepe 8%, Floki coming out of nowhere again 8%, Gala is running up. Like I told you guys, Gala and Beam are at each other's necks. Beam's up 7.4%. And then Ordinals, we talked about it yesterday. Ordinals was actually having a solid day, and they're continuing. Shiba, 5.3%. And then obviously looking at ladies for the day, we are up 7% as well. So we're hanging up. We're hanging with all the big guys as well. Eventually we're going to pull up the top 100 projects for the bubbles, and Milady's is going to be there. Eventually, we will. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we'll be there. Let's see here. Make sure you guys hit that like. We got 30 people and only 14 likes. Come on. It takes 2 seconds. Hit that like for me and for the algorithm. Pappy, what's going on? Koala gang, if you didn't know, now they know. We're going to talk about Koala and what an eventful night we had last night. What an eventful night we had last night. Token, what's going on? Mohammed, Gale, let's see here. Please give your opinion about Stacks coins. We'll pull up Stacks here in a minute. I think Stacks is gonna continue to do really well. He said Randy and Ma are modded. I don't know, bro. Something's up with that. I don't even start the damn stream yet, and they're in here. Like I haven't even hit connect, and they're connected. Something's up, bro. Dottie, what's going on? Bitcoin broke 70K. Let's see here. Just now. Not on mine. It didn't. Not on mine. It did not. Let me see here. It's saying on the top of mine, it said 69,900. So, Gina, what's going on, girl? Adam said it was crazy, but we showed them who's the boss. We did, bro. Listen, y'all did, because I was asleep. My phone was going off like crazy. I knew something was going on, but I was like asleep. And finally I woke up, for like 5 minutes when I said, what's up, guy, or what happened, guys? And then I checked and I was like, bro, I'm so tired. I went back to sleep, but I saw you guys handled it like a ball. So definitely. Now let's see here. Let's check out a couple projects right now that are doing good. So we have Dogecoin that I wanted to check out real quick for Milady. Milady had a beautiful spike just now, running up towards that 22.5 and got rejected out of nowhere. Got the rejection, and you can see we have this red candle formed. And I'm sure as long as we hold this 20-day SMA moving average right here, I think we're going to be all right. As long as we hold. We were starting, and this was looking great as we were starting the stream. You see how we had the 200-day SMA right here. We were starting to bounce above it, but you can see we broke. We broke, and hopefully we're finding that support at the 20-day. I think it's going to put us right back on track as far as getting back where we were just a few moments ago. So I wanted to pull up Dogecoin. Dogecoin, it looks like it's on a nice rally. I know a lot of people are in Doge. So Doge recently, we did cover this. It jumped up to around 23 cents recently, and you can see it made that double top. Pretty much respected this this spot right here that I did call. I mapped out this resistance when we were back here. And you can see it did broke above it slightly, but I mean, look at that. Look where it was hitting its head. Right there. Right there. Boom. Made a double top, and it did retrace somewhat, but you can see since then it bounced at the 16, and it is back up above 20 cents for right now, looking like it's testing a fib retracement. Let's see here. Let me zoom out. I have my fib retracement so freaking big. There it is, the 786. So you can see the 786, it is retesting. Looks like it might be finding the 786 as some resistance for right now. So we'll see how that plays out. But Dogecoin definitely woke up from the dead in the last few weeks, and it has been on a nice run. Since Dogecoin, since they released on Coinbase that they're going to be releasing futures, just like they're doing for Binance for Milady, they're doing it. They're going to start doing it for, or they might have already started, I don't know, for Coinbase, for Dogecoin, Litecoin, and a few other projects. But since that news broke, Dogecoin has just been like woken up from the dead, and it's been on a nice little rally, and it's been holding its gains as well. So Muhammad said he missed that damn dip. Bro, that dip was a dip from hell. That dip was a dip from hell. Let's just pull it up. So we're talking about No FUD Koala. This is the community token right here. And last night, while we were, well, a lot of us were sleeping. A lot of people were awake. Like I tell you guys, did I post in the Discord? Oh, I did right here. So I'm gonna pin to the top of the chat the Discord. You guys can join if you're active on the Discord. And you know, most of us were asleep. Some of us were freaking. I guess you guys don't sleep. We're up like crazy. You know, everybody's always talking about crypto 24/7. We have like what 100, I think almost 160 members in there that are all part of the community. But last night we had a whale out of nowhere just sell off like $10,000 worth, like out of nowhere. Boom, dropped the price like crazy. And I told you guys this. I said that was, I think honestly, and we'll click into his wallet. This guy that sold off here. Let's see. I did my investigating on him, and this guy actually bought in. Look, you see where his holder since 16 days and 3 hours. The dude, this was one of the last people that bought in. The split second that the project opened up, this person bought in. Just like we had another whale that finally got rid of all his stuff. They're like snipers, where any project, and I think they're using bots where they buy in on these projects on Solana. The split second they open up, right? They'll throw like $100 in it and then just kind of go ghost and wait to see if the project actually blooms. Well, our project has been blooming really well, and this person just sold off $7,600 worth. This was last night, and you can see, you know, if at the moment I was asleep, so I didn't even see it happen. I mean, honestly, personally, I would have loved to catch that dip as well, you know, but you know, I was obviously asleep, didn't see it till after. When I woke up, this thing was all the way up here. I was like, oh, when I pulled it up, I was like, damn, we're rallying. And then I kind of looked in, I'm like, what the hell happened while I was asleep? So you can see that, like, that $8,000 sell dropped us down like crazy, like a 50, 60, 70% drop in the project. And you can see the community just ate that dip up, and we actually ran up to make new local highs, right? So what I will say, and I've been saying this before, is, you know, always keep an eye out on the project. I think we've pushed out majority of these people that bought in, you know, right when the project dropped. So it's pretty much, I would say 99% of the holders right now are all community-driven holders right now. So everything looks good. We the dip was ate up like crazy by a lot of people that were in the Discord. We ran up to the 236. We did hit our head on this 236, and we did see some people taking profits as we were up here. You know what? I want to say, because I know some of you guys are listening, that I haven't been calling you out directly about some of these sales, but you better believe I know who these people are. You guys remember we did an airdrop, right? And I sent it to everybody's wallet. I know exactly who's who. You can send it to. You can try to send to like 5 different wallets. I know how to go through each wallet and find out where the transaction was and where it all originated from, right? So I'm not gonna call anybody out. I want you guys to take profits, right? It just kind of stinks that some of these people are in our community that are like talking in the Discord, like, yeah, and behind while we're pumping, they're dumping, right? So, I'm not going to call anyone out, but I 100%, you better believe that I know exactly who you are. 100%. Each and every time. So you can sell off these little wallets right here, but I 100% tracked it down who it is. 100% know who they are. And like I said, there's no ill will, but why don't you just like let the project thrive, right? You're selling off right now, which is perfectly fine. People are eating the dip up, but at the same time, you're letting that greed set in. Why don't you let us blossom? We were at $1 million market cap. Let's get to 10 million. Let's get to $100 million before you guys are really selling off big. That's my opinion. But at the same time, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? This is a community-driven project. I want you guys to make money at the end of the day, right? I want you guys to make money at the end of the day. But all I'm saying is let's let this thing blow up. It's a little dickish that you're in the Discord and you're watching everybody talking about pumping and buying in, and you're behind everybody selling off. And you know who I'm talking to, right? So that's the only thing I'm going to say. But other than that, I want to give a big shout out because everybody in the community is, you guys are doing great as far as eating those dips up. And you know what I'm saying? We're technically sitting at some high points where we're at right now. So what we were saying is that we kept making higher lows. Obviously, with this whale selling off, which is a good thing. We got him the hell out of the project. We picked up 500 billion NFKs that he sold off, right? That everybody ate up. So we're going to disinclude this drop right here and say, because we are technically up like crazy right now. We're up 30% from yesterday. And we were up yesterday another 30%. So we're going to say that we're on track. We're still on our upward momentum. And like I said, we're not stopping until we get to $1 billion market cap. So if you guys are selling off, I mean, it is what it is. We're not going to stop you. But at the end of the day, don't come crying back when when you made a few $1,000s when a lot of these guys are cashing out $50,000 plus, right? So it is what it is. You gotta believe in our project, bro, and have diamond hands. Stop selling off because you're losing in the back end on all those other projects. I saw what you were investing in, bro. Taking L's. Nico said you should call it 100%. Bro, I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not calling anyone out because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know why? Because you guys, like I said, you guys ate up that dip like crazy. And I know, I mean, I don't know who. I saw everybody that was buying in. You guys, got on some. Bro, it dropped down to 8 zeros, right? So you guys were able to eat up massively, right? So, I mean, I know a lot of you guys are sitting on some solid bags. Solid bags for sure. So, and I'm happy. I'm honestly happy that, that you guys were able to get in on good positions. It stinks that we had a few people, and the people that, like the person that sold that big chunk last night, the 8,000, they're not part of the community. They're not part of the community. I checked the wallets and stuff like that. They were somebody, like I said, we had like 4 or 5 wallets that came in. I mean, before I even, when the project dropped and I got the notification that the transaction went through, I couldn't even pull up the deck screener fast enough. And there was people that bought in before I even bought in, So I'm just saying, like, they were, I don't know if they're using some kind of a bot or what, or they're actively just watching whenever projects dropped. And they just do that, like I told you. You find every project that drops, if you throw $50, $100 in, all you need is 1 or 2 of them to actually blossom, and it'll pay for all the other losses times 10. So it is what it is. You can't be mad at them, right? Yeah, Crypto James says, looks like it was the one from the early buyers. It was, bro. Like I said, it was. And, I was looking, and it looks like they were like, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty positive they were like one of the last people that bought in, like right when the split second. So everything else from here on should be all of us that all bought in. So, yeah, it jumped up 1,000% in a few minutes. Yeah, I saw that. It's crazy. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat, so I'm just trying to bring up Abigail. Oh, Abe, is that Abigail? Said Adam never sleeps, bro. I'm starting to think that. Adam, when do you sleep, bro? When do you sleep? I'm wondering that too, because it's like I know the people that are across seas, they're on a different time frame, but bro, you don't sleep. Pappy said, call that ass out so we know. Nah, because at the end of the day, Pappy, listen, we're all community, right? We're a community. Some of us, maybe they're dealing with something, right? We don't know what's going on with them financially. So I don't want to sit here and start going after people that are making money off the project, right? We don't want to do that. Like I said, keep saying, we're a community-driven project. We're here to make money. Obviously, a lot of us are holding for the long term, right? We want to see this thing build. Some people here, right, they're smiling in your face and they're taking profits behind your back. You know what I'm saying? On while you guys are pumping. So that's the thing. We can't control. But I'm not going to sit here and start calling people out and causing issues, because at the end of the day, we want to be a open community, right? We want to be an open community, and we don't want to like cause any issues with anybody for now. BP said that's right. Let them know we know who they are, and we're always watching. Rob said, should tell us so we can buy the dips. Well, I don't know when they're going to sell. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when they're going to sell, dude. I'm just saying, like, I know after they sell, they think because they're using these different wallets that I can't go through SoulScan and find out I'm a whiz on SoulScan. And I can literally track it all the way down to where it originates. And then also, like I said, I did that airdrop. So I have everybody's wallets. I know who's who and who's who around here, right? All right, so we got that under wraps, right? I know everybody in Discord wanted to talk about the elephant in the room, so we got that under wraps. So we'll keep moving on. Everything's good. So yeah, so right now for Bitcoin, we are holding that 69. Hey, remember I told you guys, right now, my big thing is us getting past that 69 and finding support above the 69,000, right? And you can see we're looking at the day. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Let's look at the 4 hour real quick. And let's see. So for the 4 hour, you can see this line right here is going to be our 69,000 that I want to see us hold some support. We haven't bounced off of it yet on this run. And I kind of want to see us drop down to around that 69,000. It does give us confirmation that we're going to bounce and find support on that 69,000. That would be a solid move, a big indicator that we're going to be probably seeing some kind of a run for this week opening up. Unfortunately, we have the CPI that's looming over us, right? So I think anything that we do see as far as a move up is probably going to see some kind of a short-term sell-off before the CPI numbers come out because of uncertainty, right? And then based on the numbers that do actually come out is where we're going to see if we're going to be pumping or if we're going to be dumping. TJ said, I'm not ashamed of my $70. No worries, bro. No one's judging anyone around here, dude. Adam said I was sleeping and something woke me up. What do you got? Indicators on there that go off like an alarm? There's been a big sale. Do Milady. All right, we got Milady, bro. We got Milady. Adam's got some kind of a army alarm where, like if we go to war like the bunkers, he's got it on his house. It just like red light, red alert, red alert. There's been a sale. All right, so we were covering this at the beginning of the stream, but we'll jump right into it. So for Milady right now, we are sitting at around that 21 mark right now. We just hit the 21. We did run up. We had a nice little run at around 22.5. Obviously, Bitcoin was almost hitting 70,000 at the time. We have seen somewhat of a cool off, but the one thing I am saying for right now, for us to continue this run, and it looks like we're bouncing is off this 20-day moving average right here. You see how we've been finding support on this 20-day as we've been moving up. We technically did have a run. You can see we came back down and retested the 20-day. So as long as we're holding that 20-day for right now, I think we're going to continue to just have a slow creep towards the upside. And again, what we covered was that, for the day we're up 7%. The market cap's 154 million. So looking good. If you guys did take advantage of the dip back here, let's say you bought in at our support level that was down here that we've had mapped out. Let's see here what you would be technically up around 17.5% just from our support level that we had mapped earlier this week. So, I mean, that's why I always tell you guys, whether we're going to start moving back up or if this is just going to be some kind of a little small move and we start maybe moving back down, take advantage of these dips. We don't have these lines here just for shits and giggles and for it to look cool like we're some good charters. No, we have these lines here and we watch them, and I call these lines out because I'm trying to give you guys the sauce on where these are good spots, where we're potentially going to come and find some support, and where would be good spots to dollar cost average in. And you guys know we were calling that out. The 17.9 right here was a beautiful spot. You can see we found support multiple times. So if you were able to take advantage of that, you'd be up just on that position alone right there, 17%. So just showing those spots. And so pretty much right now what I will say is if we do continue this run, obviously this 0.5 right here at the 22 is going to be a big spot for some resistance. And then we have this next spot right here in between the fibs at around the 25. You can see the 25 was where we bounced multiple times. So on our way back up, it's going to be probably a big spot for some resistance as well for the 25. So Red Rum said thoughts on breaking all-time high. Honestly, bro, we're going to 100% get right back up to these all-time highs. I keep stressing it, and I keep telling you guys, we're literally probably 70% away from the all-time high. And I know you're like, 70%? Holy shit, we're 100% away. Damn, we dropped down considerably. But let's just say we're at 100% right now, right? And you guys know what I'm about to show you. I keep showing you guys just to give you that hopium. On March the 13th, we ran up 70% in just one day, running up to our all-time high. So on the 13th, we started right here at this 25 mark that I did say there was going to be some big spots for some resistance. We actually bounced off this 25 and ran up. In one day, for Milady, we ran up 72% in just one day. So imagine, all we need to do is have a solid day like that or a few days, and we're right back or past our all-time high. So, you know, I know it seems like we're 100% away from our all-time high, right? It seems like it's crazy. It really is not, because Milady, when she's on a run, she makes moves like that. We'll have easy days where we're up 30, 40, 50%, and some of those really good days where we're up 70+% in just a day. So if we had a solid week, and you know we're going to get back on track as far as those moves, those weeks where we're pumping, all we need is a good week, and we're going to break all-time highs. So I honestly don't have any doubt in my mind that we'll be right back up to these numbers and exceeding them whenever the markets, you know, kind of get right back up and running on that real bullish move, you know, that we were seeing just a few weeks ago. So Crypto James said that Adam's probably a vampire. Oh my gosh. Muhammad said, feel free to sell. No one's stopping you, but the dips always get bought. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, guys. You know, there's going to be a time where you're going to take profits, right? If you haven't already. You know, so, and that's why I don't want to sit here and start, you know, and don't think that I'm sitting here monitoring all the sells and buys. I do watch, especially when it's a wallet that, you know, it comes up as a mysterious wallet. I'm going to look in there because I think it's freaking absolutely hilarious that you think that you're sending it to like 3 different wallets that I don't know what to do as far as like track all those transactions and find the original wallet, you know? So I just think that's hilarious. Obviously they're doing it because they don't want to be called out, and I'm not going to call you out. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys, like I keep saying, I want you to take profits, right? Just not this early. Let's build this project up. But if you're going through stuff, or if you have to take profits for, you know, for whatever reason, you know, you're never going to get any kind of sideways look from me whatsoever, right? And we said this about Milady when Milady was pumping, right? I always told you guys, one thing you're not going to get on this channel is any kind of, you know, any kind of gripe or anything. If you come and you're like, hey, Crip, I just sold all Milady, I'm not going to sit there and criticize you, bro, because at the end of the day, we all have different goals, right? We all have different goals. We all have, different things going on in our life, right? You don't know if something's going on in someone's life and they don't want to sell, but they have to because they have to pay for something or whatever the case is, right? And I don't want to, sit there and start coming after people and then they have to give me the hard news or something like that, because then I'm really going to feel like shit, So like I keep telling you guys, you guys do your thing. Just have trust that me and the devs behind the project and the whole squad, we're all on the same page, and we want to see this project go to the moon, right? We want to see this project just go crazy, get up there as far as like $1 billion market cap, and I think we eventually can do that, right? But it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. So, Red Rum said he has $1 billion Milady. Nice. That's a solid bag. Got to just keep dollar cost averaging in and keep picking it up. Gina said, no, it's the koala call. You guys remember I said I'm not going to be doing no koala. I was doing the call, but I'm not going to be doing no koala koala calls. You guys remember when I pulled up that video of the koala sounds? Absolutely hideous. Absolutely hideous. They sound like 5 different animals all at once, right? That is like craziness. Just looking at the news to see if there's anything. Nothing really has come out as far as news, obviously, for the weekend. It's been a kind of a quiet weekend. So I think the biggest thing that we have is going to be that CPI report that's coming in, right? Have you guys been still having issues with Solana? I've been like today I was just looking, and on my wallet, my Jupiter wallet, it still pops up telling me like a message like Solana's still congested. I haven't tried to do any kind of transactions or anything like that, but it's still telling me that it's congested. So I was like, damn, I thought it was done. I remember you guys were telling me that yesterday everything was okay. Red Rum says, I hope Milady loses 1 to 2 zeros yet. Eventually, bro, that's exactly what we're predicting. Two or more zeros. Nico said, doing a good job. Appreciate that. Adam says he needs more at a discount, bro. You picked up. I think if you bought in at 8 zeros last night, bro, that was I don't think you're gonna see that again. I don't think you're gonna see that kind of price again. That was a deal from the heavens right there. Honestly, I woke up even like, damn it. Todd said, thoughts on dog Elon. You guys notice I'm getting good. Dog Elon. I've been saying it 100 times before I go to bed every night. Dog Elon. Dog Elon. Dog Elon. I'm not gonna say Dogelon. I'm gonna say Dog Elon. They're not gonna criticize me anymore in the comments. And I've been doing pretty good. So, honestly, bro, I'm going to keep it short and simple. It's going to be the same thing that I've been saying for the last, like freaking 2 weeks with this project. It just hasn't done anything. I want to make sure you understand that in the long run, like in the thick of this bull run, I think it's going to see some decent movement. Hopefully, they can kind of they need to do something. I feel like it's the same thing I always say, but it's the same way I feel. They need to do something to get them back into the front page of the meme coins, right? They are in the back burner, way in the back, right? And there's like 50,000 other meme coins in front of it that are, taking the spotlight from Dog Elon. So I think in the bull run, you'll probably see at least a 2, 3, 4x on this project, right? I think you can easily do that. But with a $150 million market cap, this thing should be seeing 10, 20x's. I don't think it's going to do that unless they do something big for the project, is what I think. I think Milady's obviously is going to kill it, but that's because Milady's is active out there, right? Milady's is active as much as people are like, oh, Lady F. Let's check out what Lady F is doing. Oh, they're only tweeting about Lady F. And it's like, yeah, they are. They're tweeting about Lady F right now because they're trying to bring in investors from Solana. They are, right? They have not given up on the biggest moneymaker they have, which is Milady, right? Trust me, they're not going to abandon a $200 million project for a $30 million project. They're not going to do it, right? And you can see Milady F has been just struggling. I told you guys this. I told you I haven't even been even remotely interested in buying in on this project whatsoever. Now, if it does drop down towards this level that we did map at the 27, I would probably gobble up a little bit because it's only bounced there one time and it's gone on a nice run after it did find that support. So if this thing does drop down towards this 27, I'm probably going to just dabble a little bit in here to see if I can catch a wave and run up. So Crypto James said, yes, Solana's having network trouble and they say they are working on it. It's been for a few days. Let's pull up the Solana chart because when it first originally happened, Solana got beat down. You can see it dropped down and bounced right here at the 168 right here. And this was because the markets were kind of down. Actually, this was what? The 5th, that was 2 days ago. The market actually wasn't doing terrible at that time. Solana just got beat down because people were thinking there was going to be a big outage again, right? Where the whole market just shuts down for a few hours. It technically hasn't shut down, but you guys can see if you try to do transactions, it probably won't go through, or it's like it takes forever, right, for the transaction. So, it's not good for the project temporarily, right? Temporarily. And I think it's you could look at it as two things. You could look at it as it's a good thing because the congestion, that means so many people are using Solana, right? So many people are building on Solana. Everybody is trying to get their hands or trying to build on that Solana platform, and it's congested. So you can look at it as a good thing, right? At the same time, you can look at it the opposite as they can't handle the how big they built the project or how much they brought in on the project as far as people trading and building off of Solana. They still can't handle it where they're having times like this where they are just congested, and it's not like a few hours. It's been like 3 days now where it's the damn ecosystem is like just not going through on transactions. But obviously it's letting people sell off, right? Like we saw last night. Prodigy, what's going on, bro? Gina said, what do you think of Chicken Coin on Ethereum on the DEX? Let's see. I mean, this thing it looks like it just dropped, but it's actually been out for a little while. Let's see here. It's been out for like solid week. I mean, what do I think about the project? $21 million market cap. So I mean, it's a solid project. It looks like the Chick-fil-A sign right here. That's what I thought. Looks like the damn Chick-fil-A. I wonder if they built a Chick-fil-A meme coin yet. We should do that. Someone's going to do that right now as we speak. I mean, the project looks legit, but you can see obviously it was a massive run-up. Found some support down here. This looks like a typical Solana project, right? Obviously it's on Ethereum, but you can see nice run-up. Everybody took their profits. You saw a bounce right here at the 14.9. Short little run up, and then now you're seeing a slow but sure bleed towards the downside. So I mean, for this project, all I can really say is that if you have the opportunity to maybe grab some or dollar cost average in somewhere around this 15 mark, I wouldn't be surprised if it drops down to the 15 and then goes on another run. But what I would say is if you're not long term on this project, if you get some profits, take them and run. Is what I would say. Unless you're long term, right? Unless you did your research and you're like, no, I really like this project. I think they're going to do really well. Then that's another thing. Then take that 15 right here, spot right here, as an opportunity to just dollar cost average in and get some good positions in. Troy said, "Good morning, Milady to the moon. The big sale is about over." Hopefully. Hopefully. If not, we're still here. We always like that discount, right? We know what we have. We know long-term where it's going to go. So it doesn't bother me if we were to, retest that 17, this 17.8, 17.9 area right here. It wouldn't bother me one bit because I'll just continue to dollar cost average in on that. So I really, it is what it is. Like I said, long-term, I know where we're headed. So if I can get more opportunity to continue to just buy in, I'm going to keep doing it. TJ said, "I took profits back at 36 and I'm riding on a free moon bag of Milady." Nice. That's how you do it right there. Adam said, "Now don't make me pull out more. I want to live to see it fly." Nico said, "I have the same warning on my Phantom wallet. Solana has network congestion." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm using Phantom, and right there on the top, it's still saying that. I've been noticing that for the last few days. Like I said, I haven't really tried to do anything. I haven't been buying in on any projects on Solana. So I haven't, it hasn't given me any issues. But I did, I think it was like a few days ago, Lazy, that's a member in here, he contacted me, and I verified he didn't receive the airdrop. So like 2 days ago, I tried sending him the airdrop, and it kept saying error. Like after like 30 seconds of it trying to send, it kept saying error. So I told him, I said, "Bro, something might be up." And then like the next day, it popped up that congestion thing. So Pappy said, "Adam, stop calling him by his name, bro. He don't want any smoke with wife." Tim said, "Milady coin holder count continues to climb every day. Hold until your bank account can't take any more O's." Thank you for bringing that up, Tim. So let's see here. So right now we're not up like crazy. We are moving up. We're definitely above 21,000. You can see we're at 21,350 as far as active wallets for Milady. I mean, we've been mapping this out since we were at around 15,000. And really, we've been monitoring the project Milady since it's been at $20 million market cap. So I didn't necessarily monitor the wallets up until recently. So I'm sure we've actually been on the project since this thing has had like 500 holders. So we have steadily been moving up as far as bag holders long term for Milady. So that's definitely a good thing. And to think about it, like I always tell you guys, it seems like a gimmick to say, right? Like, you're so early on this project. But when you look at something like this, where there's only 21,350 people that actually hold Milady right now, versus like something like Shiba that has 1.5 million wallets open. Think about how much growth we have ahead of us, right? Think about how much growth we have ahead of us. We're only at 21,000 people out of this world of 7-8 billion people, right? Probably a billion people that are trading crypto, and only 21,000, a little over 21,000 people hold Milady right now. So imagine the growth that we have ahead of us. So thank you for bringing that up, Tim. Prodigy and Randy, what's going on, fam? What's going on, guys? I know you guys weren't up either, because y'all came up. They woke up in the morning too. They were like, "What the hell happened last night?" I was like, "Bro, I do not know." I do not know what happened. All I know is we missed out. I keep looking on here like there's going to be a new news article that pops up, and nothing new is popping up for what's going for crypto. Guess we should just start jumping in on some charts and seeing. So Jasmy looks like she's on a nice little run, back up above 2 cents. So that looks good. Like I keep telling you guys, I think big things coming for Jasmy. I do think big things are going to continue to come for Jasmy for sure. We keep hearing like every other month that there's some kind of big company that's working with him, over there in the Asian market. And we're talking about like big, like Panasonic, Sony. companies over there. So if that's all true, I think that Jasmy is going to continue, and I think they're going to have a very, very solid bull market in the thick of it. So Rob said 30 to 50 cent Jasmy. I 100% agree, bro. 100%. Looks like every chart looks about the same, right? They had a nice little cool off, and you can see we're trying to go on an it's trying to do something here, right? Pepe. So these are all-time highs right here. So you can see Pepe all-time highs. It's really not far. If you can see where we're at right now to where the all-time highs are, they're about 50% away from all-time highs for Pepe. So Pepe, I did say, was one of the projects that I did notice that was holding fairly well in this last few weeks. They really have been holding fairly well as far as them where they were at when we were in this pump and from where they're at right now. So they're setting up. I think Pepe's setting up, honestly. So when the market starts running again, Bitcoin gets back up to all-time highs, Pepe is going to break all-time highs right there with it easily. Let's see what Bunk. See, like, you look at Pepe and then you switch over to like something like Bunk, which I think Bunk's a solid project as well. But you can see they've been beat down a lot worse, right? You can see from their, I don't know if that's all-time high or local high. I believe that's an all-time high. They're 100% away, just like we are, as far as their high that they just made. Let me zoom out real quick. I want to see something for Bunk. Yeah, that's an all-time high. Yep. So they're 100% away from their all-time high as well. So that just kind of lets you see that Pepe particularly is holding really well during this time that we're in right now. And Myro, same thing, all-time highs right here. Let's map out how far away they are from the all-time highs. And you guys know I'm pretty bullish on Myro. Let's see here. They're about 80% away. 80% away from their all-time highs. So fairly well. They're holding better than Bunk, but I mean, they're kind of sitting there in the same realm. Oh, Gina wants to look at Mog. Let's look at Mog. Look at that. Bounce right here. Right at this spot that we marked as some support in the last few days. So, let's see here. So Mog, you know, you can see same thing, all-time high. Let's see how far they are from their all-time high. Oh, I can't see. They are about 85% from their all-time high, so they're not bad as well. Obviously, they look like they were heading towards the downside, and I remember telling everybody, this was a few days ago. I forgot who was in here that was real bullish on Mog, and I said I think Mog's gonna do really well, right? I think they're gonna do really well. I said if you can buy anything under this support level, which at the time was around 61, 62, I said you would do fairly well historically speaking, right? Because you could see it at the time was bouncing really well, and it did break. And I did mark this other spot right here. I said if it does break that, you're most likely coming back down to this 45. And isn't that freaking crazy that it literally came down and bounced a hair above that 45? So those were good spots that we did map out before they even got there as far as buying in or dollar cost averaging in. And if you caught any one of those spots, you would be up on your position right there. So, you know, Mog doesn't look bad. It's holding pretty well. Fairly new project. I think it's just trying to pave its way to, become a big contender as far as meme coins. And I keep telling you guys, man, meme coins this time around, there's going to be so much freaking competition. I mean, like I always say, freaking back in 2021, there was only like a few. Now there's 30 or 40 of them that are like already like damn near either at or above $1 billion market cap. So it's like craziness. Craig said, what it do, Milady crew? What's Swift looking like? You haven't asked about Swift in a while, dude. You have not asked about Swift in a while. A few weeks ago, this thing went on an epic run. An epic run. You can see. I guess it's time to make a fib retracement. This thing went on an epic run and hit its head. This, I think, it's an all-time high right here at the 89. And you can see since then it did come down and find some support right here at the 0.5, which is around that 50 mark. And you can see from there it had a nice little bounce. Broke above the 236, but couldn't find support above the 236. So it looks like it's starting to come back down. And hopefully it'll find some support at the 382. If it does that, it'll be holding some solid gains as far as this big run. And it could be setting up for another run for Swift. This project has a very small market cap that some of the people are trading on the channel. That it's actually on Coinbase. Yeah, $25 million market cap. So very, very small. And it's traded on Coinbase. So I keep saying, don't really know anything about the project particularly. Don't really hear much about it other than the channel. But the fact that it's on Coinbase and has such a small market cap, this thing has potential to do some good moves, I think, when the market's like really in the thick of the run. So real quick, guys, we got 45 people here and 36 likes. Make sure you guys hit those likes. It's free. Come on, hit the like. Justin said Pingu. All right, we'll check it out here. And Crypto James said, will you please look at Mew for me? They are on Solana. I have a lot in there, hoping it will spike up and I can take some profits. It's been strange the last few days. Maybe it has to do with Solana's issues. But yeah, we'll check it out. So let me check out first. Justin asked Pingu, and Justin didn't let me know what ecosystem it's on. And you know what? He's a veteran around here, and he didn't let me know what ecosystem it's on. So kind of disappointed, bro. Nah, it looks like it's only on Solana. So I mean, small market cap. Looks like when did this come out? This thing's been out for a little while. Yeah, it's been out for over 2 months. And look at this. Had a spike, went dormant for a while. Had a spike, dormant, spike. So, I mean, this thing's it went on a crazy spike. I don't know if you bought in or where you bought in or if you bought in yet. But if I wasn't in on this project, I'd probably hold off. And wait to see if this thing's going to drop at some low levels to maybe you can grab. I'd say anything under this 66 right here. Anything under the 66, I think would be a solid spot to start dollar cost averaging in. It seems like it's finding some support there. All right, it already bounced multiple times. Very odd chart. Very, very odd chart. You can see people are just coming in and then dumping. So that's probably what I would do with something like that, where I would wait for a good spot, have patience. Hopefully anything under this 66 you could jump in on and then maybe just hold it. Sometimes this thing goes dormant for a few weeks, but you better believe some kind of pump, some giga pump's going to eventually happen. Take advantage of it, take those profits, and then maybe reposition yourself. Bitcoin hit 70K. It did. Nice. Very nice. Look at that. Beautiful. We're back above 70K, guys. Take it in. We're back above 70. Take it in, guys. It feels good. I mean, you gotta, dude, think about this. Bitcoin is at $70,000 right now. Like, do you guys comprehend that? $70,000 Bitcoin's at right now. If you guys remember where we came from, holy crap. Bitcoin's killing it. Crypto James, well, yep, let's check out Mew. Didn't we look at that yesterday? It was like Mewtwo. Oh, okay. We've looked at the project before. This is a big ass project. Freaking almost $500 million in market cap. That's what we're looking to do for NFK. That's what we're going to be heading to, boys. Eventually. We will eventually. This project started off Like I remember looking at it a while back. They started off like at like a few $1 million market cap, right? And then they obviously went on some massive runs recently. So that's why I think this project probably hit $1 billion or close to it when we were mapping it out recently. So, so just to show, so it looks like so far you have some good support at the 618. You can see you did come down and test that 618, but you are getting hung up at the 0.5. And you did break above, but you haven't found support above the 0.5. So until you can find support above that 0.5, which is going to be around the 52, if you can't find support, you might come back and retest this 618 right here. So, you know, it looks good. I don't know where you bought in on, you know, as far as like where you're at, but the project looks solid. I mean, this is one of the bigger projects that are on Solana right here. So, and I know they were advertising like crazy, because I kept seeing it pop up like crazy for days on end as far as here. So, I mean, it seems to be a good project as far as dev-wise and stuff like that. So, you know, all I can say is look for this 618 or below if it does drop there to maybe dollar cost average in. I'm not going to say I'm necessarily bullish as far as a run yet until this can find some solid support. And I mean bouncing above the 0.5. That's when I think you're going to start moving back up and maybe retesting some of these levels on here. So, but it looks good. Fact said, did we talk about NFK already? We did. We'll circle back. We did cover it though. Craig said he's got 400,000 Jasmy. That's crazy, bro. That's a freaking bag right there, dude. That's a solid bag. Yeah, Bitcoin's on a run. Let's see. It broke above the channel. It did break above the channel right here. But you can see, look at that. It's broke back down a little bit. It's a little bit under 70,000 again. That 70,000 is a big spot for some resistance right now. And I'm telling you guys, if we didn't have the CPI report looming in the next few days, Bitcoin probably would be running. Bitcoin would probably be running this weekend, you know? So, I keep telling you guys, we can hope for the best. Hopefully that CPI report comes out and it's in favor of the markets, meaning we meet the forecast or we do better than what's forecast. We'll cover it again. So, obviously the core inflation, it's forecasted to come out at 3.7% for inflation. If we meet that 3.7 or we're lower, we're going to see the markets react positively. If we exceed that 3.7, so 3.8 or higher on the core inflation, the markets are going to react negatively. So with that being said, that's why I think, you know, we're at 70 right now. I really don't anticipate us running up to 73 or making all-time highs. If we do, that'd be awesome. I think it's going to be short term for right now until that CPI report comes out, because it's uncertainty in the markets. Number one thing that markets absolutely hate is uncertainty. That's a market killer right there, is uncertainties. If there's any kind of uncertainties in the market or out there, like as far as economics or, you know, with the economy, whatever the case is, if there's any kind of uncertainty, the markets do not like that whatsoever. Mohammed said, when is the CPI report? So it's going to be coming out on the 10th, which is going to be on Wednesday of this week coming up, the 10th. Mike said, did we do Bome? No, let's pull it up. We can pull up Bome. What have they been doing? We haven't looked at Bome in like a few days. Hold on, that's not the chart. There it is. I mean, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed with Bome for right now. You can see this thing is like just hugging around this 0.5. It looked like it was finding some support, right? It looked like it was finding some support finally above the 0.5. And then it broke down. It broke down So now it's going to need to do that again, where it's going to have to break this 0.5 and find some support, and hopefully that will give it a nice run. I think Bome, what I think this project needs is it needs a drop. I really do. I think it needs a drop to where at least it can drop down towards the 618, or maybe, dare I say, a little bit below. Now hear me out. I always tell you guys, sometimes when projects are sideways like this, it needs a dramatic drop. Something dramatic needs to happen, right? And usually it's going to be towards the downside. Yes, short term, your portfolio, if you're already in it right now, it'll be in the red. But you should agree with me that something like that will basically, it'll take out all the sellers, right? It'll exhaust the sellers and the buyers. Usually, if you see a dramatic drop like that, it'll basically bring in a lot of buyers, and a lot of times those buys will come in, it'll start a rally, and you'll blow past where you've been consolidating for a while, right? So a lot of times you want to see that for these projects, where you want to see a big drop, a dramatic drop, so then you can the buyers will take over, and you'll start a new excitement, right? A new run. A lot of projects, that's what they need naturally. So Muhammad said, can we check Solana? Yeah, we'll check Solana. Something going on with Solana? She looks like she's coming back. She's coming back. I don't have any doubt for Solana, right? Solana's just too bullish to stop. Even if they have little outages and stuff like that for their ecosystem, I think they're going to be good. So we have this spot right here that's marked as some support at the 168. So that'll be the big spot that will, it looks like we bounced multiple times. 168, $168. And you can see our local high right here is at $210. So I wouldn't be surprised. We're at 180 already. This week, if we see some, just this scenario, the CPI report comes out and the numbers are great, right? Good for the market. You're going to see Solana. Bitcoin obviously is going to jump up. You're going to see Solana react positively too, and I'm sure we're going to see $200 plus Solana right back up and running. So, and we're circling back to Jasmy. Let's go back. Let's go back to Jasmy, right? So I just said Jasmy, personally, right now, we broke above the 2 cent mark. Very nice. I didn't really give much TA other than Jasmy right now has been kind of, you can see we did drop down. This was a few weeks ago. We found that support at around the 1.5, which was a beautiful spot to buy in on my opinion. And we had this level marked before we even came anywhere near here. And you can see it bounced beautifully at the 1.5 cents. Nice, beautiful run. And that's kind of like what I was saying just now on the other project for Bome. See how there was a dramatic drop, 1.5 cents, and look, it caused the sellers to be overwhelmed, and the buyers came in, and it went on a nice run. Yeah, it has retraced since then, but I mean, at least it brought back the project, bringing it back alive. We did run up. It looked like we were going to come back and start retesting these local highs. Didn't necessarily make it there, but this was also because the market as a whole was starting to come down at this time, right? So it kind of got brought down with it, and you can see we did come down to around the 1.7, the 1.8 cents, and since then we have made a little bit of a W pattern, and we're on our way towards the upside. So the one thing I would say for Jasmy for right now is that I want to see it just find that support, like we've always said, above this 2 cent. I want to see it bouncing at the 2 cent, find that support again on the 2 cent, and I think it's setting itself up to go on another run, as long as the market as a whole is doing good as well. So nice. Overcome said he doubled his position in Jasmy over the past few weeks. DCA, nice. Let's see here. Someone wants to talk about Tectonic. Let's see here. Sorry, I was stretching my back. Well, this isn't the correct project. want to point something out. So you see, look at the tectonic. You want me to tell you how dormant this project has become? I mean, it's got a $33 million market cap, right? Look at the volume. Only $5,000 in volume for the day. NFK has done like 30,000 of volume in a day, right? And look at the volume. You can see that there's just hasn't been a lot of excitement with tectonic right now. And this isn't me saying that I don't think it's going to do well in the bull market, right? I think right now would probably be a pivotal spot to is this the right freaking project? Why? Oh, I was going to say it didn't load. I would say right now would be a good spot to just continue to dollar cost average in if this is a project you believe in long term. I know Tonic has a big community out there. If they're still active, it's got a big community out there for this project. So I think the bull run, you'll probably be back up and running, and you guys could probably do some good runs. $33 million market cap, relatively small. This isn't just a DeFi project. It is traded on Crypto.com as well. So, I mean, it does have exposure, but it's not on any other major exchanges because this is a Chronos native coin or token. So, but I think down the road it'll do good. Yeah, Demon, I actually, bro, I bought in on Tonic, bro. So Tonic dropped in 2021. And it was like everybody was going crazy, right? And I let everybody go crazy and buy in, and I waited, and this thing bled off. And I swear, when we dropped to the bottom, I swear I was like one of the first wallets to have 1 billion Tonic, right? And then right when we ran up, I sold the hell off, you know, just because I believe in the project will do all right, but I just wanted to move on. So I remember I made some good money off Tonic back in 2021. Carlos, what's going on, brother? Real quick, we got 55 people here and 45 likes, guys. Let's hit that like button. Let's hit the like. Even if you don't like me, do it for me, ladies, right? Do it for the ladies. They work for likes around here, so. Me ladies doesn't look bad, guys. Bitcoin's still holding that 70K mark, so that's good. Hopefully we'll start the week off above 70K. At least above the 69 is all I'm asking, but if we can break out, or if we can hold this 70K and get into this week, hopefully we'll do really well. TJ say, how was your exit liquidity on Tonic? Fax wants to go through NFK again. All right. Let's see here. So, Fax, if you were living under a rock in the last 12 hours, look at this chart. So, last night, we had somebody sell off like 10 grand in the middle of the night for our project, which you would think would be like, oh my gosh, we're so worried. But look what happened. This is a perfect example, like I said. Sometimes projects, when they consolidate and they're just chopping sideways, they do need that dramatic drop. And you can see we saw that dramatic drop. We had... Not only did we see that, we saw a couple other wallets, sell off some big chunks, which was perfectly fine, right? Because the community ate it up and ate more, right? We were actually, we bounced so fast off of this and ate it up. You can see we're sitting at higher. We're up 30% for the day. 30% higher than we were yesterday. And yesterday, you can see we were up 30% from the day before. So, we are slowly but surely, we're on an upward movement. Obviously, we had a whale sell off, which is perfectly fine. Like we did look into this wallet, and it was somebody that bought in, the split second that the project dropped. So it happens, especially on Solana, where you're going to have these wallets, they'll buy in, they're going to jump in on these projects, the split second it runs, The guy sat dormant for a while and then just took his profits. So it is what it is. You know, we're all here to make money, right? So at least it's good that we got that whale out and the community was able to basically take his position. And whoever the hell bought down here, y'all made out really well last night. I'm honestly jealous because we haven't seen that price since like the day we dropped, right? So, I mean, I don't think we're going to see that price ever again. Whoever was buying in, that was at the 8043. We basically jumped up. I wonder if it's going to give us our percent. From this bottom, it's not going to give us our percent. I hate this shit. Why it doesn't do this on Deck Screener. Let me see something here. Yeah, it's not giving us our percent. But I can imagine that we're probably up just from that bottom. Oh, there it is. It does it on the way down. So that was a 90% move right there. And really, if you look at the top, we hit our head at the 236. That was a 93% move. 93% move right there that we ate up. We actually jumped up 93% after this. We hit this support level down here. So definitely made out good. That's why I keep telling you guys for this project right now, you know, as we're just slowly growing, you know, and moving, I keep telling you guys, eat those dips up. You know, if we see people selling off, just take their positions, right? And like I said earlier, you know, whoever sold, we saw that wallet they bought in literally the second the project dropped. It wasn't even, they got in before I got in on my own project, put it like that, you know, so they weren't part of the community. So obviously they don't have any kind of, you know, attachment to it, USA. This is our website. If you guys ever go onto the Deck Screener, you can click in and go into our website. And it's pretty cool. We just dropped it the last week. It obviously has a link to where you can buy the token, live charts. You can check out the white paper. Also, we have the tokenomics, and we have our roadmap on what we're going to be doing. You know, all our goals as far as the project. And I will tell you, our number one goal is running this thing up to $1 billion market cap. So that's what we're running to. Demon said, what does it mean in Solana when everyone is buying this way 0.01 for 30 minutes in those meme coins? Usually, bro, so what they're doing, Demon, when you see there's a bunch of transactions for like 1 penny, it usually means, hold on a second, hold on. Sorry. So usually when you see that, yeah, just like TJ said, they're usually boosting the transactions. So they want to make sure when you pull up the Deck Screener, let's just go into Solana, right? Usually the main page isn't on the big movers. It's what you pulls up is the top transactions. So this front page is who has the top transactions. So a lot of times you'll have people just boosting the transactions, people most likely that are you know, devs on the project or whatever, or it could even be people that are just invested in the project that are trying to get the project into the front page, right? So they'll just keep buying in, you know, that 1 penny to just basically try to get them up in transaction. That's one scenario. The other scenario is whenever I see that happening, and if I'm involved in the project, I usually get the hell out because I'm like, yo, something's up here. I don't know. I just don't like seeing that shit, you know, like where it's just not natural buy-ins and stuff like that. And you start seeing like sometimes some of these projects, they'll literally have 1,000 transactions and it's all 1 penny from the same wallet. When I see that, I'm like, bro, I'm out, you know, because it just seems shady. So TJ basically answered that question. Fact said I couldn't buy the dip fast enough last night. I went back up quick as bro. From what I was asleep, Fact, so I couldn't even, you know, I woke up after the fact. I was like, damn. But from what I saw is, yeah, it looked like And you know what's crazy too is some of it was from us. There was wallets that came in out of nowhere, like just mysterious wallets from like, you know, just being on Solana. People ate up that dip, right? So it brought in some new investors as well, that dip that we saw. So, I mean, if you look at it from where we're looking at it now, it actually was a good thing, right? Because we got that person that wasn't that's not part of the community out, right? He moved out of his position. We brought in new investors, and everybody that was already in the project was able to get a freaking hell of a deal as far as you know, just jumping in. I know you guys are already up on your positions. Well, now you're able to buy in on some crazy positions just to you know, just to add to your bag. So yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it went up to $1 million market cap last night. We've actually, our highest that we've been is 1.3 million. So Carlos said, "Bro, do you think Ape Whiff has the potential to pull a Cat Whiff $500 million market cap?" We can look at it. Looks like we've looked at this project before a while back. Let me zoom out. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, you can see right now it's been finding some solid support below that 786 at around this 34. You can see it's found some beautiful support, you know, so I would say anything around that area would be a good buy. As far as your question, can this get to, what were you saying, can it get to where Cat with Hat, $500 million market cap? That would be, what would that be, 100x from where it's at right now. Can it get there? Obviously it could. Will it? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't have a crystal ball to tell you, you know, that it's going to, but I can say that it could, right? Anything can get to that, you know, as long as it's a solid project. So the only thing I can say is if this is something you're long term on, I just gave you a spot right here at the 34, somewhere around there. So anything under this 786 or around this 35, 34 area, I would say would be a beautiful spot to dollar cost average in and just run. Like I said, get in at a good spot and then catch one of these swings up. Don't get married to the project, bro. If this isn't a project that you believe in, like you checked in it and like it has a solid team behind it or whatever, this could be just a simple meme coin that's on Solana. And, you know, I would say don't get married to it. If you can catch it on a nice run up and get some good profits, take your profits and run, bro. Take your profits and run. Shares said, "Hi fam, Moggs is ripping." Well, we just checked it out. It doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see here. Seb, can you check? Is that Leah? Let's see here. Yeah. Sorry, I had to go check on my dog real quick. So, I mean, relatively small market cap. Holy crap, when you zoom out on this thing, look at this. This thing once was a big project, briefly. Very briefly. I mean, so that's an odd chart. The only thing I could say is almost like the same thing we just said for the last project that we looked at. Is where I just marked right here at the what is that, the 42, somewhere around this 42. I would say if you're able to buy in or catch that dip where it bounces somewhere at that 42, you might be able to catch one of these swings up on this project. So anything below the 42 is a good buy as far as catching a swing, because you can see historically speaking, anything at that point or under has played out really well, right? Really well. So I would definitely be looking out for that. Even if you're in on the project right now, maybe dollar cost average in if it comes back and tests this 42 area right here. I'm just reading the chat. Mew with hat. Michael said he just grabbed some win. Nice. Justin, can you check Earreek? Earreek? Oof. I mean, it's on a run. What the hell? Like, what kind of chart is that, dude? When did this drop? On the 4th of April, so a few days ago. I mean, it's a very odd looking chart. All I can say is if you're able to buy down here, you're on a nice run. Definitely on a nice run. What's up with these projects that are dropping and then they drop them on unknown decks on Chronos? It's a little odd. I know you can probably still trade them on MMF and stuff like that, but it's a little odd. Randy said he's on his way to go eat crab legs at Pigeon Forge. That's crazy. You know why that's crazy, Randy? Because I'm in Florida, right? And to be all the way in Tennessee and eating seafood just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. I guess I'm not an enormous seafood eater, but I will eat, some good fish or now, scallops and shrimp and stuff like that and all that good stuff. But anything that you eat around here is 100% fresh. Like literally a lot of the restaurants, they have their own fishing crew that are out fishing, So anything that you eat has been caught like that day or the day before, right? So it's like real fresh fish. I can only imagine, being like in a state that has no a state that's not bordered to the ocean, right? I'm sure the seafood's still perfectly fine, right? Bro, but one thing I will gripe about is Pigeon Forge. Oh my God, the traffic and everything over there is outrageous. It's like y'all's Orlando, right? It's like Orlando in Tennessee. It really is. With damn Dolly World and all that stuff over there. It's like, and there's like, it's just all those attractions and stuff. It is that Pigeon Forge and what's the other one that's right next door, right next in the valley? It's just as big right there. I forget. But I went there a few years ago. I took my daughter, and we went during New Year's. Oh, my gosh. You want to talk about freaking headache? Freaking headache. We were staying in a cabin, and every time we had to come into town, bro, we'd have to, like, park our car, walk miles over to and we'd get on the trolley. And the trolley would take so long because there was just so many people, and the traffic to get into town and get out of town is absolutely Gatlinburg, that's what it was. It's just insane, dude, because you can't have too many, like, it's one road in, one road out, because it's in between mountains, so it's not like you're gonna have like a bunch of highways coming in. It's like one road in, one road out. So going in and going out is a nightmare. Once you're inside town, it's not too bad, right? But once it's like when you have to leave town, expect at least an hour. To go 2 miles, expect at least an hour. But I Overcome said Smoky Mountains is one of my favorite. It is awesome. I like to be outside too, hiking and stuff like that. So we like, and it's not far from Florida. You know, it's a car trip. You know, so we'll drive up there. It's like 8 hours or 10 hours from where we're at to get up to like northern Georgia, to get up towards that Tennessee, North Carolina area right there into the mountains. So we love it. So that's nice, man. I hope you enjoy yourself out there, bro. I hope you enjoy yourself. So real quick, let's just do just move one of my freaking resistance lines. Now I gotta go back. It's gonna take me 5 hours to find out where that resistance line was. I am pissed now, guys. Was this the 69? It was, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it was right here, right? I'm gonna have to go back and find that. I am pissed now. Well, that's what I'll be doing all day, is finding out where I found that resistance and all that good stuff. It was at 69, right? All right, thank you. 69, nice. Very nice. All right, so real quick, just do a recap, because I know it's Sunday. I know you guys want to get going. So we have Bitcoin looking great, 70,200. She's looking good. Like I told you guys, before you leave, listen to what I'm saying. We have the CPI reports coming out on Wednesday, the 10th. That's going to be the big thing that we're going to be talking about for the next few streams until the day of. We might even do a live while it comes out, because it comes out in the morning. So maybe I'll do a live that morning. We'll see. But CPI report, hopefully it comes out really well, what we're looking for. And I think the markets are going to react. They're going to explode is what I think. They've been kept up, bottled up. You can see even on a Sunday like today, normally we're very low volume, we're dormant. But you can see Bitcoin is really trying to set up for a good week. So hopefully we'll do really well. Bitcoin, like I said, above 70,000, looking pretty good. Milady sitting at around that 21, still looking beautiful. Obviously we had a nice spike earlier. We'll be getting back up there. No worries whatsoever. For Milady, the one thing I will say, guys, because I know that's what the one thing that brings us all here, is if you guys have a chance, if we come back down towards this 17.8, somewhere around this area or below, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, because I'm telling you guys, we'll go from bearish to bullish within a day, and the market will be right back up and exploding. And you're going to come in here just like every time and say that either you're glad that you ate up that dip or you freaking didn't buy the dip. And now we're up 70-80% right back up to our all-time highs. So all I can say is, if you're able to, take advantage of those dips, all right? Eat those dips with the chips. That's what we say around here. But other than that, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. We had a great stream. We had a great weekend. If anything crazy happens today, like let's say later on, we have some big movement as far as for Milady or Bitcoin, we might jump on a quick stream. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Obviously, like the stream. And if that does happen, you'll get the notification and we'll go live. And make sure you guys join our Discord. If you're watching this video after the fact, put a comment in, because the link does expire. So if you need access to the Discord, let me know. I'll drop you a new link on the Discord. So Flip coming in late as hell. What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? But other than that, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Take your eyes off the charts for a little while and go enjoy yourself. It's a beautiful Sunday out there, all right? Thank you again. I'll see you guys soon. See ya.